Now you see a little bit of that today. You see a lot of young college